Hey, this is Clint from Chase Smallcraft again. This is just sort of part 3 of what I've learned about site work, earthwork, site prep for doing a container shop like this. I highly recommend doing this. Definitely learned a couple things. Here it is, just related to earthwork and whatnot. There's a lot of other stuff, but let's go through it. All right, so as I've mentioned in many other videos, if you haven't seen them, you should. This is a firmly packed gravel pad. At least 12 inches deep, I think deeper in places. Grading from, I forget the sizing, I want to say 1.25 inches and up. So 3 grades of sizes, starting with a really coarse, I think 1.25 inches, and then inch, and then 3/4. That's key. Deep, very, very well packed. A couple things, we're sort of cutting into grade here. I'm going to try not to point because it messes up the focus. So essentially, we're cutting into this grade. So we did drainage around here, but this corner was a little too close to this loamy soil, and this settled quite a lot. So I gave myself quite a bit of extra gravel pad. I think that worked well here, but at the corner, we didn't. And so I wish I had. That's the only difference. So really be good about having that perimeter. I went, that over there is about 6 feet. I would do at least 6 feet. Let's see, what else did we learn? I've mentioned these round cookies. They're 6-inch deep, 12-inch diameter, fiberglass reinforced concrete round pads. Typical, you can get them at your local hardware store. I definitely do that again. The placement of these, so it got the corners just right, was tricky. I'd probably be even pickier about that, because you can see these were just a little bit off center there. I wanted there to be space here, but not quite that much space, but not a big deal. We shim, that's a big purpose for these round pads, and these corners are bearing some of the weight. I do that again. The shipping container guys put pads, steel pads on the bottom of the C-channel. So that's kind of resting on the gravel. I would do that again. I'm going to plug up all of these gaps so animals don't get in there and die. Another place where I could have used more of a perimeter, I wish I brought the 6 feet or 4 feet or whatever it is, right around and bump this out a little bit more. There is definitely drainage coming down here, and there's quite a bit of pooling in here. So look for places like that on your site. If you see a lot of pooling, you're going to want to make sure your corner castings are not in the water. These are just barely above. We do have a perimeter drain going all the way down here. Again, that's important. Hope that helps. Good luck.